my friend, who's in Chinese, like, I'll get to this part after. She said, "Why don't you write something on the wall? Because this room is for like people with writer's block. It gives them inspiration." So my friend who's Chinese, he wrote some Chinese swear words on the wall. And all I said to her was, "This is fascinating. Is there any regular rooms decorated? Because it just seems a little weird."
So where does the selling the house studio come in? When did that happen?
Well, coming eventually. Because as we were about to leave to go and get some food, she said to my friend AJ, "I'm wondering if you're interested in buying my house."
Why did she want to sell this house that has so much effort put into each of these individual, slightly creepy rooms?
I'm not too sure. Maybe it was because it was in like one of the higher end areas of town, or yep.
The ghost of this woman is haunting us.
Yeah, but the next day, she came out. She said, "I'm going to call the police. We are both going to take the police on ourselves."
What?
And I was like, "Oh, no. This isn't a good idea. But we are going to take on the man ourselves. We are going to do all this crazy bullshit. We are going to show them all. And where's your friend AJ? He's supposed to buy my house." I said to her, "Can we talk about it later?" It's really not a good time. And who's that guy playing the guitar out there? Because he's playing really off key. He was playing like strumming up the guitar, and she was singing some anti-Donald Trump song.
Okay, so she's not completely crazy.
But regardless of the fact, as I always say, a douche with an acoustic guitar is always a douche, regardless of political affiliation.
Okay, I've never heard that one before, but I think it works.
I know we asked this earlier, but I missed it. Who did you say this worked against?
It was in Canada.
In Canada.
Yeah.
When you book this Airbnb, did it have like a star rating? Did it have one star saying this person is crazy?
I don't know. There's not too many Airbnbs involved. My other buddy owns it. The third person got out of it because someone found child porn at her place.
What?
Oh.
Where did that come from?
Basically, there's not too many Airbnbs in my city because the only other people who do
Have all been rent.
well, basically the owners didn't. The person who downloaded the child porn, long gone.
Oh.
Back to.
All right. Okay, I think I might have to press you for an answer here.
Anyways,
At some point.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think of this incredible tale?
I think it's pretty.
Ask Airbnbs, like, how do you even, like, this person's obviously unwell. I don't think they would have, like, Airbnb would have let them list the place.
What was the reason that you needed to get this Airbnb?
well, it was
He said they were spraying for,
because of the pest control stuff.
Yeah.
But
and I
the next day,
think, like, when they're spraying, they put you in a hotel, don't they?
I think so. Or
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say
but
no.
the next day, like, it's not.
There's more?
There's not much.
We're already saying no.
Do you want to be quick and get the rest of it
Yeah,
out?
just let me finish it. Basically, her son came by and she said, "They're trying to put my mother, lock her up because they say she's crazy." So she turned to him and said, "Get in the damn car right now." But Anyways, if you're saying that's bullshit, no, it's true.
Oh my god.
That is intense.
I know that you made tremendous effort thinking all that out.
My god.
I'm having another beer.
This interaction.
So yeah, Hiker has an Airbnb from hell. Okay, that leaves us with the last person on the list, which is he. It's almost like a competitive done.
I kind of hate you a little bit. So, to begin my humiliation conga, my mother had to walk me through my first video game because I was too scared of the enemies. It was not. Although that would make it justifiable, but then my mother would be good at Dark Souls, which I would have a really cool mom is Dark Souls. She's better than me.
All right, how do you want to begin?
What's the game? It was Super Mario 64. Get it all out.
Can I just pause a moment? Not for the easiness of Super Mario 64, but the concept that somebody's first video game was Super Mario 64.
Thank you for making us feel old.
If it's that rainbow level, I definitely think I'm up for that. So to further refine the statement, this is the first video game that I was given and expected to play on my own.
Okay.
We also went to like a community church, I think, and played like the original Super Mario Brothers, but it was my mom and her friend. I think this was when I was a small child, so she was in her maybe like 30s, 40s, no, 30s, 20s, somewhere, where she still had a life. Yeah, fun.
Come on.
So, if I may,
Yes.
could you just tell me which enemies it was that you were scared of?
Okay, so they were in the first level of Super Mario 64. It's this battlefield with a bunch of bombs. The bombs are not frightening because the bombs just have like cute little oval eyes. What's frightening are the Goombas. And the reason that they're frightening to a small child is because they have the little slanted angry eyes, and they have the fangs, but most importantly, when they see you, they pop, they turn themselves so they're looking at you, and then they run at you and they accelerate. It's like the IRS.
I figured there was a chain chomp.
Yeah.
Those are pretty scary.
Those are also scary, but like,
They got the big eyes, though.
Yeah, they.
yeah, well they're huge and they're full of teeth.
How old were you?
I don't remember. I think it was between 6 and 10. Definitely younger than 10. Yeah. So, because the thing is, what makes this ironic is that this was the first video game that my parents got me because they were like, oh, he's a child, we should get him a game, that's what all of the kids are doing. And I wasn't interested. I was like, oh, this is scary. Oh, here's a guidebook, let me read the guidebook from like cover to cover and not the actual game. And then I asked for Game Boy Color, and then I asked for Pokemon, and then the whole spiral came down, and now I have a Steam library with more games than I can play. And a backlog of other games.
Yeah.
So they didn't know what they were getting themselves into.
Okay, so what do you think? Was he scared of Goombas?
I can understand it from a child's perspective. I can totally understand it from a child's perspective.
I'm
But-
distracted.
I know. Stop! This is not your panel.
I could not. It's like
Bye.
somebody's getting floor space.
The second scary enemy was the Womps? The Womps.
Yes.
Because they would make this sound when they looked at you, snap towards you, and then like just drop their entire concrete bodies on your
Yeah.
body. So it was like a fur pile.
So, okay.
I do want this to be.
I want to be
I want to think through
I want therefore it probably isn't.
Yeah.
But it might be. It just transforms your brain this game.
Because you have to look at his perspective.
Yeah.
Not for long.
Giving up for him. Alright, we're going with true.
Going for true? What do you think?
Well, to my shame and embarrassment, it is true.
Everybody sends him Goomba pictures.
Definitely not the ones from E621.
Those are the best ones.
I never considered that possibility, and now it went through my head.
Years
Oh, hi.
So,
Steve found that.
if I can continue the panel, we've done a lie each, and for our second round, I'm going to give our teams a break from lying themselves and ask them about some of these incredible facts that I found on the internet where nobody ever makes things up. So I'll ask them team by team, so you can have bathroom breaks if they're needed, if you've been drinking too much of that obviously non-alcoholic drink that you've brought in under the table. Okay, let's do the blue team first.
Guppy.
So David Hasselhoff started his own social network in response to criticism of them across much through Facebook and MySpace. He called it Hoffspace.
Yes.
Just going ahead.
You need to discuss this for a while.
I'll do two in a row and we can come back. We're just going for yes. Yes, this is something that David Hasselhoff obviously did.
I'm going yes.
You're
I
going
can
yes.
imagine the story. Did it fail?
For the record, I didn't have discussion on that one because I didn't want to spoil it for my team because I actually knew that one.
Oh, you did know? Okay.
Did you have a hospice?
Where's your what is your off name?
We are.
Two friends in it,
I've got, I'm trying to find the notes I took on it. Yeah, that's it. Alright, so David Hasselhoff, who has somehow made an entire career out of being allegedly popular in Germany, did start his own Hoff-centric social media site after too many people hassled his Hoff. That's a screenshot of it. I'm sorry about the screen, by the way, because I did bring a tablecloth to project onto, but I realised too late that I brought the frilly one with all the lace on it. So it wouldn't be too much better. Yeah, that is what Hoffspace looked like. I'm presuming it's gone by now, or I haven't looked. One of the campaigns to generate interest was called Hoff Around the World, where people were invited to send in pictures of themselves in front of national landmarks with a David Hasselhoff sign, with the promised reward of a personalised Hoff bag. Alright, so, yeah, that's 1 point to you. Give you another? If I remember my controls, because I wrote this last year, didn't really write anything down. Okay, up until the 1960s, a paint colour called mummy brown was really made from ground up Egyptian mummies.
It's called a paint color.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what did you think of it?
Well, I like the fact that you used the crayon.
Crayon, look.
You used a U in coloring.
Of course. I want to make you feel at home, and also I avoid the digging up in your nose.
I want to use the Queen's English.
Of course. You know what? I'm having to. I'm doing a passport just now. Well, I'm not doing a passport because that's illegal. But I'm sending off for a passport for my daughter just now, and I have to address everything to because you know she's going to be half British. She gets British citizenship, and I have to address everything to things like Her Majesty's Post Office. And I feel like I'm in My Little Pony or something. What do we think about my garden?
I don't think that there's enough mummies.
Well, it's the 60s. You know, they don't do it anymore, obviously, because they're running out of money.
I mean, they probably smoked it in the 60s.
Back in the 60s, they weren't exactly regular.
Mummy, yeah.
I'm saying yes.
Okay, I'm being overruled.
What? Oh my god.
Wait.
You only get to use for firewood.
How?
How is that legal?
It was made from the ground up remains of mummies recovered from Egypt. I don't know why I write recovered. Stolen by the British from Egypt.
Okay, we don't need to be loud.
Come in.
Hi!
Word of this got out in the early 1900s, and for the reason they stopped
Be so careful. Be so careful.
we may have to abandon the panel for a moment. It was an invasion.
I'm so sorry. Is that Sonic? Do you have Sonic? I didn't plan this. No! Strobes!
That's your story, right? You've been cannon.
So you guys will never believe this story next year. One time I was at a panel doing Furry Little Liars, and a bunch of fursuits came in.
They all went that side, that's good.
Yeah, it's pineapple pie.
And the show.
Yay! Successfully
Oh.
I'm
derailed.
so sorry. This was not planned.
I think it's improved things.
We were doing quite well, you didn't need them.
You're great.
Okay. What was I saying?
No idea.
Yeah, word of the paint being used for mummies, sorry, the other way around. Mummies being used for paint got out in the early 1900s. The reason they stopped making it wasn't due to the obvious ethical concerns. They were happy to just keep on grinding them up, but it was just that they ran out of bodies to use. In 1964, the managing director of C. Roberson's, which was the company that manufactured the paint, was quoted as saying, "We might have a few odd limbs lying around somewhere, but not enough to make any more paint."
That's so wrong.
That's really,
I wonder whether Pistol was
really messed up.
They get a point,
They do. You know, I often forget about these. He really cares. All right.
You gotta synchronize this.
What's those kids?
If we can get back to the quiz. If you sneeze while looking at a bright light, it means your brain is miswired.
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it means your brain.
I know for a fact one of them has their brain miswired.
So by this you mean if you look at a bright light and you sneeze reflexively?
Yes.
Okay, can everyone in the room look at a bright light for me?
Well, maybe that Airbnb lady did.
Well, looking at bright lights can cause some kind of neurological insult. But whether you sneeze, because I know there are some things that can happen, but I'm not sure sneezing's one of them.
I mean, in the UK, when the sun is out, it's not sneezes.
We've also had we've also just had 2 trues in a row, which is a little bit suspicious.
Well,
Oh, you're going by statistics.
You should know this PhD boy.
Yes, let up.
Now I'm just actually envisioning the entire country of Scotland sneezing at the same time. It's kind of great.
It's the strangest yellow cloud you've ever seen.
Propulsion to move away from England.
all day.
We're working.
What do you think?
Something's gotta be going on.
No. Well, maybe. Yeah, I'm overruled.
Yeah, go on.
Sure.
Go on with what? It's true.
Wow.
And I know this because I've got it. I do sneeze when looking at bright lights. It's not. It doesn't really happen with indoor lights. It mostly happens when you've been indoors for a while and you step out the sun. It's called photic sneeze reflex, and it affects about a quarter of the people in the world. It most often happens when you suddenly pass into bright sunlight. And one theory among neurologists is that it happens because of crossed or touching nerves in the brain dealing with light reception and sneezing. It's also called heliociliosternutatogennic reflex, which I practiced so many times before this panel. And someone decided to call it autosomal dominant compelling helio-ophthalmic outburst, which shortens to achoo. Can you imagine the face of the smug kid who thought that up?
That hurt me a little
I
bit.
suspect that was thought up specifically for a conference.
All right, so yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Okay, they got 2 in a row. You're getting 2 in a row. Here's Martin Shkreli. Best known for, yeah, I know the groans from the audience already. Martin Shkreli, who is best known for raising the price of AIDS medication from $13.50 to $750, and being a bastard, got first place in the vote in his high school yearbook for the category Most Punchable Face.
I want this to be
I was on yearbook committee in my high school, and there is no way in hell that they actually had a yearbook category for most fun
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Because the
Yearbook's
school has
supposed to be
to
positive.
approve, the school has to approve
Committee
that.
too.
Yeah. That yearbook is supposed to be positive.
I mean, the school
Yeah.
could hate them just as much.
I mean,
The teachers might be the ones who run it.
Yeah, it would not make it correct with that.
I'm going to allow this because
it's really punchable.
yeah, because he really has a face that's very punchable.
No, so I'm with Gail on that. I think
Yeah.
they would not get. The yearbook's supposed to be positive memories, right? That everyone takes away with it.
Well, you say that, but in my school yearbook, I got 3rd place for most likely to become a communist dictator. The annoying thing is my brother came first.
Were you in high school in America?
I was in high school in Scotland.
Okay, that doesn't count.
And I got most likely to work.
Or maybe it was-
Plead the
maybe it was
fifth
one
like
month.
you did.
Here in America, the only people who get high school like superlatives are like really popular, cool people. Or
What high school
like
you
class
went to?
clown. Or
I got
like
most
you're
of
so
it in the
Art
smart.
Academy.
I'm going with false.
Yeah.
No way.
There's no way to prove that.
Yeah, false. My school wasn't that posh. Once they served red wine with fish sauce.
Dude, that's delicious.
No.
All right, you're saying false. It is false. Well, he should have done. In case anyone hasn't seen Martin Shkreli in a while, let's just remind ourselves, not of his face, but let's remind ourselves of where he lives now.
Prison.
This is Brooklyn Metropolitan Detention Center. All right, here are a couple for everyone to have a go at and discuss. Oh, point. You're always up with your point.
Yeah, we gotta win this shit. Only
There you go, a point and
Look
a...
at this super competitive for a little Liars team over
Yeah.
here.
Officially, it is illegal to play the violin in Boston.
That's under a certain condition.
Well, under certain conditions.
Well, no, there's like weird laws like that.
Is this
Certain
that?
times
I'm going to accept an answer from both of you there. Yeah. True. So they're saying true. It is true that you can only say so many stupid things about America before one eventually becomes true. We've got a huddle over here. Really makes it look like they know what they're doing.
It's so serious.
Makes it pretty exciting for us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What did they say?
Because
They're saying true. What are you saying?
Absolutely.
Absolutely true. Kyoto is right. It is true.
Yes. No fiddling.
Is that because there's a fiddle instead? Because the Irish population?
It is because of the Irish population. From 1692 to 1711, the Puritans banned anything they could think of, including fiddling, playing the bagpipes, unnecessary walking in the streets on Sundays, and being French. Okay, that I can understand. And many of those have never been repealed. So okay, that's a point each. Okay, let's do this one as our last internet lie. The FIGE World Chess Federation defines how to proceed when a player dies during a game. His opponent is awarded the win, but only after the chess clock has expired.
Kind of.
True.
I don't know like the exact like rules or anything, but I'm pretty sure.
You think it's true? Chess rules are not so strict as to disallow the removal of a body. Like all dead pieces, he's instead laid carefully to the side for the remainder of the game and then back into the box afterwards.
So it's just a timeout.
The chess queen, as we know it today, which is an all-powerful board-running murder device, wasn't always on the chessboard. It came into popularity during the 16th century. Some chess players back then openly complained about the powerful female warrior figure in the game and said that a woman had no business being that powerful on the board. Presumably they looked a bit like this. I spent the whole 5 minutes doing that.
So proud of you.
Alright, so no one's there. Shall we go back to the cards?
Sure.
Do another round of those. Let's use some lights from our panel again. Heath, what do you think?
Okay. What do we got? I once faked being under hypnosis for a show because it hadn't worked, and I felt bad for the hypnotist.
Yeah, that's just an awkward situation for everybody involved. And I remember when we had a hypnotist come to my high school graduation party, and it was really awkward because somebody literally actually went under and confessed his love for somebody else in the audience. So that was awkward. So yeah, a lot of awkward things happen when a hypnotist comes by. Can you explain like where you were, or like why we were there? Was it just like a show you went to? Or?
Yeah, so at my undergrad at UConn, they have late nights on Friday nights, which is some attempt to have people do something else on Friday night besides go and drink more than they should.
Yeah.
So we had a hypnotist come by, and he did a little show. He started with doing a little like spinning thing, which he put on a drill, put it over his face. It spun around in a hypnotic pattern, and then he put it down and said, "Now watch my face grow." And it did. It was optical illusions. But he did the thing where he got a bunch of people together that he picked from the audience, and he did the hypnotic, like, inducing thing where he makes you relax, and then he makes you pretend and imagine things. And being a furry, we all have pretty heavy imagination, so it's not hard to do. So I first realized that people were like really being hypnotized when he said, "Now you're very cold," and the person that I was sitting next to was really shaking, and I was like, and what really threw me though is that sometimes they know when you're not hypnotized, and they ask you politely to go sit down, and they didn't. And
Are you sure he wasn't using like one of those fidget spinners to try and
no, he was using his voice and like tapping on people and stuff. But what really makes me wonder about this whole experience is that he then gave people prompts. So he gave a person like, "You believe that I am the best hypnotist in the world, and you're going to tell like the whole audience how good I am." That's what he told to the girl next to me. He tapped my shoulder, and I was like, "Oh boy." And he said, "You believe that I'm a complete fraud. And you are going to spend the show trying to tell people what a complete fraud I am." And I was like, "Okay." Really clever, actually. Yeah. And I got into it. I did Jersey Shore was something back then. So I did like one of these accents, which probably isn't even the Jersey Shore accent anymore. I'm not sure what happened to it, but and I just shouted at him the whole time. And I shouted at the other girl who was like getting into like a shouting match with me because of our conflicting prompts.
It became the situation.
Yeah, basically.
Is it possible that the girl was planted and actually in on it?
I am not sure. I don't think so. I think that like most of the other people were actually induced.
Yeah.
I know I wasn't, because at the end of the show he gave us all a prompt, which is when someone says a specific phrase, you're going to clap spin around and say, I'm a beautiful ballerina. Which I don't really have a problem with doing that, but like someone from my D&D group came up and like asked me to do this, and this person really annoyed me. So I did a clap, I did a half spin, and then I spun around and flipped in the bird.
So I do know that hypnosis works on some people, because I do have a photo of my brother on stage talking to a shoe.
If you have to be predisposed to believe it will work.
Yeah.
And
Because my old coworker was doing the smoking cessation hypnotist bullshit stuff, and
if you believe it will work,
Yeah, if you
it
think it'll
won't work
work.
for him.
So what do you think, true or false?
Wait, hold on. Private meeting?
The format doesn't really lend itself to private meetings. I don't think we're going to discourage these in the future.
So not on Telegram.
Is it not like Google?
Let us hear your thoughts.
It's
Gail trying to stop her.
also
She'll kick you out of her con.
Yeah.
All right.
sorry, we were trying to get the system.
It's very plausible. Yeah.
James?
I have no reason to disbelieve it. So.
It is true.
It's true.
I also faith in love.
All right, well done. Let's have another. Fox again.
What? The first thing I do when I arrive in America is to go to the airport bar and have a Bud Light.
That's BDS.
That seems so below you. There's so much better.
I figure you'd have higher standards than
So, what do you do if you fly into Logan in Boston? You ever flown in there?
I've never flown into Logan, but I've flown into New Jersey, and that's exactly why.
Why would you have?
Well, okay. Yeah, why Bud Light?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why would you have Bud Light?
Why would I have it?
Yeah, why Bud Light?
Because when you fly with United Airlines, okay, right?
I
I'm not
Bud
ashamed
Light.
to admit I fly with United Airlines, okay? Like they drag most people, but they just usually drag me into first class because it's However, when you go to their lounges, they say, "Yay, we can give you free beer, we can give you free alcohol." The only free beer they have is fucking Bud Light. Nothing else. Everything else you have to pay for. That's what they do.
So
And that's why I order Bud Light, because I am a Scottish cheapskate. It's free.
But most airport lounges are outbound when it's an airline lounge.
Yeah.
Outbound. And
Unless it's a connected flight.
Well, I fly from New York.
but so this is something you only do sometimes, or is it every time you arrive in America?
Probably every time. If you fly with United, you're normally going to go into either Newark or Chicago. Sometimes Washington, D.C., but that's more expensive, and I don't like that.
When I fly to New York, or from Toronto to New York, we actually have a choice of what beer to drink.